Good evening, namaskar, and welcome to all our partners. Thank you for joining in. Good to see great response. As you all know, I am Yogita, investment coach at AssetPlus, welcoming you to another insightful webinar, ChatGPT and power of segmenting. And we are delighted to have Mr. Chirag Joshi with us. He is head of distributor success and B2B growth at DSP Mutual Fund. A very warm welcome चिराग जी. आज आपके सेशन से uh, हम काफी कुछ सीखेंगे about chat GPT, power of segmenting, how to make our distribution business a big hit. So a very warm welcome.
Thank you, Yogita ma'am. I'm sure whatever workshops we've done in the past about segmenting and ChatGPT, we've received a lot of good feedback. So hopefully partners को benefit होगा इस session के बाद.
Great. Thank you so much. So without further ado, we already have 100 plus partners joined us. Over to you, Ms. Chirag ji.
Thank you. Yogita madam, just to check any language preference, should I do Hindi? Should I do English? What is more
You can
comfortable?
keep a mix here. We have kept it deliberate. You can keep a mix of Hindi and English, or we can keep it Hindi
Okay.
for the sake of benefit of everybody.
Superb. Done. So let's get started. We have two topics that I'm going to cover today. Okay. Uh, and both the topics are very easy to implement. You don't need any rocket science or any complex marketing activities to get business in the format that I will cover. We'll divide the presentation into two parts. Okay, the first part is we will understand how you can generate business from your existing clients. Okay, with good segmenting. And also in the second part, then we will try and use ChatGPT for all our day-to-day need, like marketing copies, making presentations, even making a basic financial, first email plan for your client. Everything is possible in ChatGPT. I would request you for the next 1 hour, keep your phones on silent, pay attention, participate in the chat, and I think that will help you, benefit you in your day-to-day business. To start with, before I start the presentation, if everybody could respond in the chat that how many folks are in touch with 100% of your clients. And when I say in touch with, it doesn't mean WhatsApp broadcast and email broadcast. When I say you are in touch with your clients, is you are talking to them frequently, once in a month. Just put a number. Are you in touch with your clients? Yes or no? 100% of your clients. Not many. Only on WhatsApp and email is not counted as touch. It's talking to all your clients on respective something. Not with all, not with all. Okay. Some people are also responding yes. Very glad that you are able to do that. Okay, very rarely no. Lovely. So, before I start, I want to ask you another question. Imagine, okay, I will now all my examples, Yogita, will be on you. So please excuse me and bear with me. Now, let's assume that Yogita is a doctor, okay? And all of us, are patients. We go to Dr. Yogita, and imagine that I have an headache. She gives me one, opens the drawer and gives me one medicine. Okay. The next person, please, 1 second. Yeah, okay. The next person enters Yogita's cabin. He or she says that, ma'am, I'm vomiting since morning and my stomach is aching. I'm feeling dizzy. Yogita opens the drawer and gives the same medicine. Okay. The third patient comes. He's got hurt in his hand. He's got a cut. Yogita opens the drawer, gives the same medicine. Now, would you go to such a doctor? It's just an example. So, Yogita, please don't mind. We know that you will not do that, but would you go to such a doctor, assuming Yogita is not a homeopathy doctor? Okay, we are not talking about homeopathy. All medicines look the same. You'll not go, right? And in all good sense, a good doctor, Yogita would give different medicines to all us as patients. She will ask question, diagnose, and her treatment will be different for all the patients, right? If everyone agrees to this, please put in the chat that how many of you send the same WhatsApp broadcast message to all your clients. Whoever said no, we will not go to Dr. Yogita. If you send the same broadcast message, you are the same doctor. Okay, that gives the same medicine to all your clients. Okay, this is the base of segmentation. I will share my presentation and I will cover what is exactly segmentation. Also, to give you a background, I'm not a trainer. I've been doing marketing for the last 15 years, and this is generally my first slide. And whatever I've learned in my marketing experience in the last 15 years is what I've converted into workshops or converted into programs like these, and then we do it. We work very closely with Asset Plus team on various things. Uh, to start with now, there are two pillars of our business growth. Okay, two levers. So one is markets, the other one is marketing. Right now, most of the time that we as partners spend is in trying to understand markets. If you log in into any AMC's platform or any platform like Asset Plus, you will see one or the other markets call happening, and about what is going to happen about a fund update or any of the other thing. However, if I have to ask you, out of these two growth elements, there is only marketing which is in our control. Markets is not in our control, and we spend very little time in learning how to do marketing. So, and where does marketing really help? Everyone's pain point: where do we get new clients from? How do we build our online presence? How do we retain our clients? And how do you grow using your existing clients? Okay, this is everyone's pain point, and everybody keeps trying to do this. Okay. Also, how many of you believe that you are the CEO of your business? Just a yes or a no in the chat. There are 144 folks on the chat. The chat should fire, yes, with yes, no. Everybody believes, lovely. Everybody believes that you are the CEO of your client. Okay. Assuming that, for the first initial days when you are building up the AUM, it is fine. But other than that, if you are spending time in doing these activities on the left side of the screen, you are the most expensive employee of your organization. Okay. Sending statements, talking to clients about transactions, other operation related work, KYT related work. Now, this is all operation expenditure, time and money spent to maintain the business. This ideally you should build a team and outsource it. Okay. If not today, maybe tomorrow. If you are starting up, I understand, let's say first 10, 15, 20 crores of AUM, you will not, hire someone. Or if you already are doing a business and selling other products and you have added mutual fund in your bouquet, then you might already have capacity to build a team or hire a team. But outsource these things so that as a CEO you can focus on capex. Capex activities are every activity that you do to get more business. It's talking to your existing clients, retaining, increasing your new clients, finding new clients, whatever marketing activities, everything that you're doing to get a new client. This is capital expenditure. As a CEO, we should focus on doing maximum of capex. Okay, anything more than 30% of your time if you're spending in operations is a red flag. So spend your time here as a CEO. Okay, also whatever we learn right now today on the workshop and maybe other future workshops, marketing and growth is complex. It's not easy. It will make you feel uncomfortable. It is difficult to learn, but that's the inherent nature of marketing. Okay. And to be very honest, and that's why some of the good marketeers are the best paid resources in the industry, because it is a complex activity to do. Every 3 6 months scenario changes and you need to keep learning new things again and again, right? To take an example, this is a cockpit of an aircraft called Cessna 172. Okay. If you observe the screen, there are some 7 8 meters on the screen, right? Now, I think someone is on. Yeah, thanks, Yogita. So I think if someone is trying to learn an aircraft, this is the aircraft that they get trained on. Now, Yogita was very happy before she joined Asset Plus. She decided that she will learn how to fly aeroplanes. Okay. She borrowed 50 lakh rupees and then she paid fees in Hindustan Aeronautics in Bangalore. Not many of you know this story, but she paid the fees. And of course, the training is 8 months. It's not that on the first day she will get a key of an aircraft that, ma'am, just take a flight around. Meanwhile, we'll do your KYC. Not possible, right? 8 months of training. You do a classroom training, then there is a simulator. You play video games and you fly your plane. Then you sit on the co-pilot seat. If you see on the co-pilot seat on the right, you sit there, you observe your pilot, how he's observing these 8 meters. Those are indicators that show you important part. Now, 8 months passed by. Yogita was very happy. She got a commercial flying pilot license and she got a job in Indigo as a captain, right? We all went to the airport to, for a first flight, wished her best of luck. Also prayed for the 300 people who would sit in the aircraft. And the moment Yogita ma'am opened the door of her, first flight, she sees this. Okay. Now imagine where she learned flying. Only 8 meters, small cockpit, but this is a real commercial plane that you need to fly. Look at the number of buttons and meters that are there. Okay. So this is our today's workshop, and this is what happens when you actually go and practice. This gap is real. So I understand that, and you are the only person who can fill this gap by practice and actually going and implementing what we will learn today. Okay. Now, what happens if you try and outsource your growth plan to someone else? You think that, okay, let me, contact my AssetPlus RM, tell him how do I get 100 clients? What do I do? Of course, they will help. Okay, agencies will try and help. But what actually happens when you expect someone else to fly your plane? Your expectation would be this lovely Mona Lisa painting. What you get in real will be this. Okay, this is what you will get as an outcome if you try and outsource your growth work, your marketing work, your capex work. You have to plan your own growth by yourself. Now, why we need to learn all this before we start the main topic is there was a time where good investors would chase good advisors to manage their money. Okay, there were very few advisors in the country, supply was limited. Okay, in today's age, the same investor is being chased by another RIA, another stockbroker, another direct platform, another MFD, some other online platforms, your bank RM, wealth RM. Zillions of people are chasing your same investor. And once the client gets an SMS in his phone that your transaction is successful, he becomes available as an audience in online advertising world, and he starts getting to see ads of all other platforms. And that's why we don't enjoy 100% wallet share of our clients, because they are exposed to other platforms, other distributors, and some or the other way, right? So that's why it is important for us to learn whatever marketing techniques and other new modern methods, right? Now in the chat, let's put how many of you experimented a new marketing activity in the last 1 year to grow your business. A new platform, learned it online, took a course, it could be anything. Okay, very good, lovely. I've never seen so many people saying yes generally in this session. Everybody saying no, we didn't do anything. Second important most question, how many of you reinvested the money that you earn, at least 20%, in marketing? The Asset Plus has is the only new platform where you can buy actually flyers and all these things. Who went and spent money to buy it and then try an activity in video chat GPT? Lovely. Okay. Now, to start with, let's understand the whole marketing world. Okay, in the marketing world there are these 19 marketing channels. This is the universe of marketing. Everything that you are doing should be within some of the one of these buckets. There is nothing outside this screen that you see. Okay, there are only 19 marketing channels, and whatever you do must fall under this. If you are working with someone, an agency or some person who's trying to help you grow your business, and you can't locate the activity within these 19 channels, kindly stop that activity. Okay, don't do it, don't spend your time and money. Okay. However, it is also not possible to master all these 19 channels, right? Try these 19 channels together. So Each channel has a different role to play. Okay, every channel that we saw here in the previous slide has a different function, as a nature in itself. Let's understand that how can these channels help, and how does a basic customer purchase funnel works. Okay, on the screen you will see a marketing funnel. Basically, this is the journey of a customer before he purchases anything. Now, I bought a car 6 months back. Okay, the day I decided that I want to buy a car, I started searching online. This is typically all of you would do. Started searching online, uh, then found some good reviews, watched videos on YouTube, okay, read reviews on newspapers, in magazines, went to the store to see the car, went again to take a test drive. Then when I decided that this is the car I want to buy, okay, I evaluated 2 3 showrooms, checked prices in each of the showroom, and finally I purchased. Okay, so I went through all of these steps. I saw an ad of Volkswagen Tiguan. I understood, oh, this looks nice. It's a sporty car. Let me go and check. I read reviews. I watched videos. I considered to buy the product. And then I went a test drive. That is my intent to purchase the car. Evaluation is I went ahead with, asking for quotation in 2 or 3 different showrooms. Whoever gave me the best deal, I finally decided to purchase. So in each of these funnel, this flow, a different marketing channel played a role. Okay. So I saw the Volkswagen ad on TV and on YouTube. I didn't go, that doesn't mean I will go and straight away buy it. I saw ads of 10 cars. XUV 700, I saw, Tata Harrier, then I saw Skoda Kushaq, I also saw Hyundai, Creta, and a lot of other cars. But based on the ad, based on the copy, based on I developed interest in, let's say, Creta and Tiguan. I went and test drive both. I read reviews about Creta and Tiguan, decided to purchase a Volkswagen. Finally, I went and purchased. Okay, so not all platforms. So when you are putting a post on social media, Happy Diwali, Happy Dhanteras, and then you expect a purchase from those posts, it is not going to happen. What will only happen is you will be sad that you did social media 6 months and you put up some post and it didn't lead any business to me. Okay. That platform is an awareness platform. You will only get leads from that platform once you become a influencer and you post a reel and 100 people want you to manage their money. That will happen maybe 2 3 years, but to start with, social media is an awareness platform. You be there so that your clients know that Chirag is doing this business, is online. Your Google reviews, extremely important. Everybody reads online about you before they start doing business with you. So your Google My Business reviews, a basic website, and all of these things Asset Plus offers. It offers you to make a good website as well. All these matter. They might look that they are not giving you business, but they form a part of your customer journey before the purchase. So all that is extremely important. And more than that, it is important for us to understand that what funnel is, what channel will work for what purpose. Don't do large events and then expect immediate closures. Don't post on social media with an expectation that I will get 10 leads if I post Happy Diwali, Happy Dhanteras on this platform. It is not going to happen. All right. It might take years for you to build your reputation online and then you might start getting business. Okay. So also our job is not to try and jump on all 19 channels. We only need to focus on what are the 3 channels that are good for me. Okay. That suit to me. In our business, the first channel is referrals. I am sure everybody on the call will agree. The first channel is referrals. Okay. Now let's take a litmus test again on the chat. Everybody agrees referral is the primary channel. Okay. Everybody agrees. Everyone, right? Superb. Now, my next question to all of you is, how many percentage of clients referred you a new client in the last 1 year? Everybody agreed that referral is my primary channel, okay? 100%. Ma'am, one ma'am said that all clients, don't assume a number, okay? We don't have to guess. I need an exact number. 100%, ma'am. Assuming your client base is very small, so everyone would have recommended you one client, but not a sustainable number. 60%, 5 to 10, 1 in 10. I'm very sure these are random guesses. if you have an analytics in place, that why out of my 100 clients only 5 referred, why did those 5 refer, why didn't the 95 refer? Okay, how many clients did you get? Imagine this is our primary channel. Okay, just a thought starter. The session is not on referral, so I'll move on. The second biggest channel for you could be your emails, your WhatsApps, your messaging. Okay, so today what we'll do is we'll try and explore this channel, but only from the existing client standpoint. What can you do with your existing clients, right? So the session is called segmenting. Now my observation is that a lot of our clients, or in our business format, once the client count crosses 50, 60, we are virtually not in touch with all of your clients. We only and only are in touch with them from servicing standpoint. They call you for a statement, you share your statement. They call you for a doubt, you share the doubt. We are not proactively going and doing certain activities with them. Okay, but let me tell you that your existing clients could be your largest second funnel for growth. Okay, if you have more than 100 clients, very effective for you, right? Now, so I will skip this slide because this is done in a physical format. But I can keep asking certain questions like how many of you know your average ticket size of your SIP? How many of you know your number of clients who have not transacted with you for the last 6 months? And I'm sure a lot of people won't have an answer. Okay, so that's just setting context to segmentation. But let's deep dive. It's a simple 4-step process. The first step is that where we need to create segments. Now, what is customer segmentation? Okay, customer segmentation is basically dividing your clients into small buckets based on certain attributes. Okay, dividing my whole set of clients into certain small attributes based on some business data or some other data. Okay, now why do we need to divide these clients, and how do we need to divide these clients, is what we will try and understand. Okay, so traditionally how segmentation used to happen is we would divide our clients based on the age, based on where they live, based on their lifestyle, based on their purchasing behavior, etc., etc. But in our business we have a lot of more data about our clients. So how do we segment it? First, let's understand that why should I segment. Okay, I have 100, 200, 300 clients. Why should I divide them into small buckets? What is the benefit of doing this particular segmentation? One line simple benefit is that you get to send tailored marketing communication to each of these segments. In the example we took with Yogita, let's assume that she has 100 patients. By now she knows that what I need to treat to a patient who has headache. By now she knows that what is the general treatment for, let's say, somebody who's having fever, and etc., etc. Okay, so but then she can decide a treatment based on these buckets. In our business, you can then send relevant marketing communication to this set of buckets. You can tell them different stories. Okay, now let's understand that how can you segment your clients. And mind you, some of this segmentation is available in the AssetPlus distributor app. Okay, when you open the app, you will see clients who have not increased their SIP or outside AUM, and a lot of these other data point is available. On the screen, I will show you 9 to 12 potential segments. Take a screenshot of this slide. And after this session is over tomorrow, when you start work, download your client data and do this activity on your clients. Okay. So how to create segments? Here's a sample. Bucket all your clients who have not increased their SIP amount for the last 1 year into one group. Bucket all your clients who have not transacted in the last 180 days into one group. Everyone who haven't set up a retirement goal plan. Everyone who has only done lump sum with you. Everyone who has not yet referred a client to you. Everyone who has no thematic fund in his portfolio. All customers who have a small child less than, let's say, 5 6 years. Everyone who's salaried. Everyone whose average SIP size is lesser than your average book size per client. Okay, so these are certain segments. You divide them into parts, put it in a Excel sheet. Okay, that's the step number one. Divided clients based on the sample attributes that I've shown on the screen into different buckets. The second step is that we put them into a marketing calendar. Now, what is a marketing calendar? Let's say you have 12 segments that you made. Write Jan, Feb, March, and just decide that in the month of Jan, I will focus on segment number one. What is my segment number one? All my clients who have not increased their SIP amount for the last 1 year. Let's assume I have 230 clients who have done this, who qualify for this segment. What is the story I can sell? What is the thing that I can pitch to these clients? Okay, I can ask them to do an additional SIP, or I can pitch an SIP top up, right? What is the current state? Okay, these 230 clients contribute roughly 30 lakh of SIP book, average is 17,000. Can I target to convert 50% of these clients and ask them to increase or give me an additional SIP of 5,000 rupees? Okay. If you do this, this is a very achievable number because these clients are the SIP amount is not increased for the last 1 year for various reasons. And 50%, let's assume their income is the same, they are not interested, they invested somewhere else, whatever could be. But at least 50% we can target. This segment itself in this example on the screen is giving me an additional 5 lakh rupee SIP book. Okay. Similarly, the second step is that you put this into a calendar, stick it in your office, stick it in your home, that this is my internal marketing calendar. Jan, I will focus on this. Feb, I will focus on this. March, I will focus on all my customers who have a kid, etc., etc. Okay. Uh, and in the second last column that you see, you will get a tentative potential target sale amount that you can generate from your existing clients. Okay. Simple till now. Anyone has any questions, doubts? Clear till now? If you could just put a yes or a no in the chat. Okay, segmentation slide again. I'll do that. Lovely. Arvind, sir, you have asked a very superb question. If the client falls in multiple segments, that you are very observant because not a lot of people understand this. But if your client falls in multiple segments, there are two options you can do. If you find that one of these, let's assume that one client falls into three segments. Option number one, I focus on the segment that has the highest potential for sale for me. Okay. Option number two, I create a nice pitch and try and cover all the three buckets if they are relevant. Let's say a client falls in not increase SIP amount for the last 1 year and no exposure to thematic fund. I take a printout of his portfolio, do a review, and then go to the client by uh, by sir. Let's finish the presentation. We'll give you notes on this. Let's do the workshop first. If he falls in the first segment, that let's say no SIP increase for the last 1 year, and then second he falls in a segment that says oh no thematic exposure. Okay, I go to this client with a portfolio review. I pitch both. Sir, I have two observations in your investing pattern. First thing is that you have no SIP top up, not good for your goal achievement. Your income will increase, your investable surplus will increase. You need to add an additional 10,000 rupees of SIP every year, roughly. The second thing is, so I have this wonderful opportunity of, let's say, so I'll talk about a fund that, we are recommending to our partners is DSP Banking and Financial Services Fund, because private banking index is cheaper and there's a lot of opportunity for growth there. So, sir, I also observe, I have a recommendation. We have this new thematic fund that has potential. It is cheaper right now. If you have any surplus fund, you please consider this. However, SIP to top up karna hi hai. So I try and pitch both, or I try and focus on one, segment that has the highest target potential. Okay. In and how to approach is in person, sir. I will cover that in the presentation. So first is we created segments. We made a calendar, put it in a marketing calendar. The third one is go ahead and create a campaign for them. A campaign meaning, what will I talk to the client when I meet him? What will I talk to the client who has no exposure to thematic? What is my pitch? Which is my product? What is my dialogue? What is my WhatsApp broadcast message to this client? What is my email to this client? Okay. Simply ask a question. This is my segment. What story is best for this segment? What will convince them to believe in my recommendation? Why is my recommendation in their interest? Okay. The answer to this question is basically a campaign, a small little idea that you go and pitch. Okay. I've just made a sample here that what do I tell my customer who has not increased his SIP for last 1 year? Okay. Let me send him a message, sir. April season, you must have got a salary hike. How about giving your SIP a raise? Example. Of course, you call, meet, and then go. Idea is to go and meet these clients. Idea is to go and meet and pitch properly, structurally with a constructed idea. Okay. Otherwise, you just plan an annual review of these clients and tell them, sir, this is my observation. It's been so many years. Your SIP amount is same. This is not good for your portfolio. Let me tell you that you should increase at 10, 20, 30% of your SIP. Okay. To make this campaign, you will need what? An email copy, SMS copy, telecalling script if you have a team, maybe a WhatsApp message. We will learn all this in ChatGPT session after this. You want to make IP presentations, we'll be able to do it. You want to write copies, you will be able to do it. You want to complex Excel formulas, you want to read a product presentation, you will be able to do it through ChatGPT. Okay. So stay till the end to understand how you can complement using ChatGPT for segmentation. Okay. I will skip this part because we will cover. So first we created small buckets of clients, made a calendar as a dedicated activity, put up a target, made a Jan, Feb, March calendar, thought of an idea that could appeal to each of these segments. And the main part is when you execute, you have to run this, optimize this, and track this calendar. Now, how do you do this? The first step is make an Excel sheet of all your clients like this. Okay. That these are the clients who have not increased their SIP amount for the last 1 year. Again, Asset Plus Business Opportunity Report has some of these data already for you. Okay. So you don't need to do the hard work. That's the benefit of associating a tech platform like this. So you download clients data. Okay. Start calling these clients and just record. For example, the first client I called agreed to increase. Okay, I'm recording. Second client said, oh, not connected, didn't pick up the call. Third client said, call me later. Fourth client said, oh, no opportunity, income is still same. Whatever it is, you go visit each of these clients. Every Monday, review this segment. How many people I got in touch with, whether my story worked. If the story didn't work, we change the pitch for the rest of the clients that are remaining. Okay. Track this calendar with your team, modify the pitch if it is required. By the time you reach 20th of the month, think about the campaign or the segment that you want to focus on next month. Now, every day you need to dedicate 1 or 2 or 3 hours only to your existing clients. Okay, as a dedicated growth lever. This is one source of net sales. It is not servicing. We don't want to call these clients only to send statements. They have more wallet share, their pocket has more money which you don't have. So we dedicatedly call them. Now if you are selling multi product, make a list of all clients who don't have health insurance from you. Make a list of all clients who don't have term plan from you. Make a list of all clients who have not referred any clients to you. After doing all this, if still you have clients, make a bucket that all clients don't fall under any segment. Then think what you want to do with them. Okay, how do you approach them? So from today onwards, we will stop sending same broadcast message to all our clients. Just because my neighbor is sending, I will also make a broadcast list and send. We will stop doing that and we will focus on only creating segments, focusing on that segment for that particular month, and only channelizing communication that is relevant to me as a segment, relevant to your investor as a segment. Okay. Now, how to think about these segments? Now, it's very difficult to come up with what is the different segment that I can work with. Okay. So how to think about it is we create, you write down your two numbers. What is my average AUM per client, average lump sum AUM per client, and what is my average SIP book per client. All right. Once you do this two numbers, averages, just write down who is spoiling my average. Okay, what are the segments who are spoiling my average, and how can I try and increase this average? Two things. So, who are spoiling my average? Okay, all my clients who have lump sum but don't have SIP are spoiling my average SIP number. All my clients who have no SIP top up are spoiling my SIP average. All the clients who have not increased their SIP amount for the 1 year are spoiling my average. The other part is that how can I improve this? Okay, if I call all the clients who have a kid, ask them to do an SIP for my kid, my average will go up. Okay, so you start writing down what is spoiling my average, what is improving my average. You will automatically get a list of segments you can potentially explore. All right. Uh, Now, what do you need to do this? What is required? Simple. Your clients organize data which you already have in Asset Plus. If you have a team, okay, appoint someone to do this activity full time. There has to be a one person, we call him monetization manager or internal marketing, executive. His job is to only market within your existing clients, relevant activity, relevant products. Each month, every 15 days you can choose, every month you can choose to repeat. Okay, very simple four-step process, non-complicated, easy to execute. You just need an Excel sheet to do this. All right. Now, this is the first part of segmentation. Okay, let's take a 2 minute gap to understand. If you have any questions, my first question is that do you think this is possible? It is easy to do. You can use the chat to answer. Very much possible. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Do you think that this activity will help you in getting more business? Lovely. I will summarize the sequence. We divided our clients into small buckets. All SIP, all clients who have zero AUM, all clients no SIP, all clients. Uh, thank you, Arvind sir. All clients with, let's say, no thematic exposure. We make buckets. Second step is put them into a marketing calendar. Please don't do random activities on segmentation. Making a marketing calendar is must, because that will give you a structured approach, that I will only focus on these clients in Jan, then I will only focus on these clients in March, April, May. So that calendar is very, very, very important for discipline. Tracking is very, very, very important. You need to track all these clients, client by client, their response also you need to track. Only then this will work. Right now we've covered the first part, very easy to do, short, on how you approach your segmentation. So one growth lever is getting new clients. Okay, I will actually show you one small maths before we go into chat gpt, and how do we use it. uh, Please remember this basic growth formula. Okay, that will give you a mindset that always helps you think about growth. Okay, revenue is equal to, this is a standard formula. Okay, revenue is equal to number of users, and this is a universal formula, applies to all industries and growth. I will break it down on how it works for our industry. Okay, revenue is equal to number of users into average order value. Okay, so example, I have 100 customers. They come to my shop and they purchase a product worth 10 rupees each. Okay. So my revenue will be, okay, easy to understand. Now I'll tell you how to think about growth. There are two variables here, number of users and average order value. How do you get number of users? Okay. Existing, I have 100 clients. This year, I am targeting to add another 50 clients. So my number of users is 150. Okay, including the target. Simple maths. Revenue is equal to number of users into average order value. We are breaking it up. Number of users is a sum of existing clients plus the new clients that you acquire. Average order value is a function of cross sell and upsell. Okay. Cross selling meaning I have mutual fund, you are selling me health insurance, you are selling me term insurance. Upsell is I have an SIP of 10,000 rupees. Yogita approaches me, tells me that listen, this is a very small amount, you will not achieve your goal. Why don't you add 5,000 rupees? Your income is allowing you to do that. Okay. She upsold another 5,000. Now my SIP is 15,000. These two functions. Now all you need to think 24/7. What do I do to get their full wallet share? Okay. How do, okay. And cross sell, upsell. This is the whole marketing I've studied in my 15 years in one slide. This is it. This is the growth formula, and there is nothing outside this formula. Okay. So just always keep this in mind for all the other sessions that also will do everything finishes in this small chart that you see on the screen. Okay. Whole marketing equation. Getting back to ChatGPT, which is our next session. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please post it on the group. We can take it up. I don't know, Yogita, generally, do we unmute them, people speak, or how is it?
So first, all of our partners can put their questions in the chat box, and if needed, then we can proceed with the unmuting, and they can ask the question verbally as well.
Sure. Okay, sure. Thanks, Yogita. So let's get back to ChatGPT. Meanwhile, if you have questions, please post it. I will open my presentation, the ChatGPT presentation. Till then.
आपके लिए लेटर लाया हूँ। लो, ये लीजिए। चौधरी साहब, ये आपका बेटा है? वकील है?
नहीं।
तो फिर डॉक्टर होगा?
नहीं।
समझ गया, पुलिस इंस्पेक्टर है?
नहीं।
तो फिर ये कौन है?
इस गांव में नए आए हो?
जी हाँ, मैंने कल ही ड्यूटी ज्वाइन की है।
इसीलिए मेरे सपूत के बारे में तुम्हें कुछ नहीं मालूम?
जी नहीं।
वो कुछ नहीं है, सिर्फ अपनी माँ का बेटा है। एमए किया है, माँ की ममता में। किसी कॉलेज से नहीं। 5वीं में 5 मरतबा फेल हुआ, इसीलिए मजबूर होकर स्कूल वालों ने स्कूल बंद कर दिए।
चौधरी साहब
बस।
So this is a very famous scene from the movie Raja Babu. Okay. So I said before we start the presentation, I didn't realize I was on mute. But before we start the presentation, I thought I'll show you this. Just remember this movie clip and how there was a Govinda who was in doctor's, clothes, who was in a police officer get up, a lawyer, and whatnot, right? So that is, you just hold this example in your mind, but we'll move forward to understand how we can use ChatGPT for your day-to-day work. Okay. Now, everybody, if you are not using AI, that is also a problem. If you are only using AI, that is also a problem. The beauty is that you try and use combination of your intelligence and the AI tools that are available, right? Before getting into the practical workshop, let's just understand how this technology is built and how you can use it. Okay. Now, AI is basically teaching a computer, a machine to think like human. Okay. Simple definition. We are trying and teaching a computer how to think like a human mind. Okay. Now, if you think that AI was, came up in the last few years, it was not present before this, and we only got access to this in 3 4 years. Let me tell you that this technology, the first word AI was discussed in 1956. It's a old technology and it has got evolved. People have been discussing about AI since 1990s. IBM made its first, yeah, AI 97. 2011, I remember Watson, one of my friends had got access to Watson AI for 1 year, but it was very complex technology, couldn't understand how to use it and what to do with it, right? Only in 2020, when ChatGPT was launched, OpenAI launched ChatGPT, it designed to understand natural language. Like I'm talking to you, you are talking back to me. Similarly, you could now also talk to machine. So it basically converts our language into some machine language and gives instructions to the AI model. And that's how suddenly this became famous and everybody started, getting access to it. And there was so much noise on AI. AI will take up jobs and all these things, right? Okay. So there are three types of artificial intelligence. Okay. Which are prevalent in the market right now. Whatever we are using, facial recognition cameras and all other second, there's something wrong with my video. Just a second, huh? Yeah, better. So there are three types of AI. The first one is called narrow AI. Basically, what it means is that it is like Lord Hanuman. Okay, when Lord Lakshman got hurt, Sugriv told him that go to the Himalayas, get Sanjeevani booty. Single task, single focus. Fly there, get the medicine, come back. Okay. So all the technology that we are using, OpenAI, ChatGPT, Gemini, facial recognition cameras, everything is narrow AI right now. It's called as narrow AI. Okay. The second type of AI is strong AI, which is in research. A lot of these Metas and Microsoft of the world are spending billions of dollars to be the first one to develop strong AI. But strong AI is like Lord Sri Krishna. He also negotiated with the families. He also consulted Arjun on how to fight the war, what to do. He also rode the chariot together. And let's assume that if it got too complex, he could have just stood up and ended the war in 5 minutes, right? So multi-skill, multi-focus, multitask. This is in research. I have not come across any strong AI tool or anything for the last 2 3 months that I've read about it. The third concept is super intelligent AI, which is like Rishi Vedvyas. Okay, he was sitting somewhere else, but there were no drones, no CCTV cameras. He could still know which Ashwasthama died and what happened in Mahabharata. Okay, and he went ahead and wrote it. So superhuman capabilities, or capabilities or activities, or problem solving skills that it is beyond human power, that we can't solve. Super intelligent AI is a concept, not developed. Right now we have Lord Hanuman with us. We'll focus on narrow AI. Okay, we'll focus on chat gpt and understand how we can use this. Okay, now if you ask me what is chat gpt, the best way to explain is chat gpt is like a parrot that can answer questions based on the conversation it hears. Okay, it may not necessarily know the subject. You might have seen that a lot of these videos on Instagram where they teach a parrot how to abuse. Okay, we all know that the parrot doesn't know the meaning of what he's saying. Okay, so chat gpt is almost like this. It doesn't necessarily know the subject. Remember recollect the video that we saw. There were photos of Raja Babu, but his father says that he's not nothing. He's fifth fail. Okay. So somewhat that's a very close example. Also, if you ask me who can use Chat GPT, it's literally everyone. I have a 6-year-old daughter. She uses it. She just can't type it, but she will tell me, Dad, let's make a room picture of a room that has this, and she will define. I'll type all that. She will read the prompt, and then she says, okay, now let's see what it creates. Okay. So everyone can use it. Even if there are people on the call who have never seen ChatGPT or never used it, after this workshop, you will be able to use it. That is my promise to you. Okay. Now, what all can you use ChatGPT for? It is literally for everything, for writing answers, for making presentations, for summarizing PDFs, for reading research reports, for brainstorming new content ideas, emails, WhatsApp images, to make Excel formulas, to write code. You think of it and you can do it on ChatGPT. Okay. Now, but like every race that you see on TV, somebody who wins is a very good driver. Similarly, even to for using ChatGPT, you need to be a good driver. You need to practice every day to get the desired output. Okay, and there is a method to use it which we will learn today. For people who have never used ChatGPT, just log into chatgpt.com. Okay, sign up. You will see a window like this on your screen. You type in something in the message box and you will receive a response, and that's how you basically go about using ChatGPT. Okay, now Yogita, if you could help me do a small role play. Okay, assume that you are a mutual fund distributor. You have got a very important, I'll just add you on the spotlight. Okay, you have got a very important meeting, right? And you have hired a fresher BSc micrology, let's assume, for your operations team, and you really need to go to this important call in 1 hour. Suddenly there is this news that you have to do KYC revalidation of all your clients. Okay, but you have to go out for this important meeting, so you decide to call this fresher in your cabin, and you decided to give him the task of calling all the clients and doing the KYC revalidation. Okay. What are the set of instructions you will give me? Let's assume that I am that person. You call me in your cabin and then you have to now give me this task. So what will you do? What are the instructions you will give me? Okay. You can
So
be as detailed as possible.
I'll try that definitely. So first and foremost, I'll tell him, since he doesn't come from the right background of our industry, I'll tell him what is KYC, why is it important, how crucial this part is, so that
Hmm.
there is no uh, you know, he cannot go wrong with anything here.
Got
And I
it.
tell him the process, how to do it, what are the types, what is the operational work. If this is the scenario, what all you have to tick mark, not tick mark, if there is any doubt. So
Got it.
I, in that case, if it's too much, I can even help him with FAQs here. The
Hmm.
all the common questions he
Got
might
it.
have, and I will tell him, and I can either prepare a framework to make it easier for him,
Got it.
so that
Got it.
I attend the meeting, and obviously there has to be a maker checker process after that.
Lovely. So this is precisely how you use ChatGPT. Okay, Yogita has summarized the workshop in 5 minutes. briefing, telling. She assumed that I am a fresher and I don't have any information. That's what ChatGPT is. I have no knowledge. She briefed me, she gave me a process, she gave me a background, she explained why this is important. Okay. Now, Yogita, let's assume that I am with you for next 1 year. Okay. Now I am trained. Again, this compliance comes of KYC revalidation. This time, what will be the set of instructions you will give me?
This time I will call you and I will tell you. Do you remember we have done this last time?
Yeah.
I told you,
Yeah.
and this is the process. And this time I'm not going to pay that much attention
Got
while
it.
checking it. So you
Perfect.
have to make this right.
Yeah. Now imagine even after this, after 1 or 2 years of working, in this profile, I still make huge mistakes in KYC revalidation. I'm just not able to do it. What will you do? You can
Can I
fire me
say
also.
that? Can I say that I'll replace you?
Yeah, yeah, of course you can say that. Right, you will fire me, no, that यार एक
Yeah.
साल हो गया अभी तक इसको नहीं आया, ठीक है?
Right
So
now.
this is a very classic example. Just hold on to, just refresh everything Yogita said about how will she give me instructions, what will she tell me. She'll explain each bit of why KYC is important, because this is a critical process, blah. Maybe she'll do a demo with me. She'll call up a client and show me how to do. She'll give me a link where to check the KYC status, etc., etc. Okay. So now let's the activity that I did with Yogita right now. Okay, she was giving me a set of instructions as a team member. Okay, in the chat GPT world, this set of instructions that she was giving me is called a prompt. Okay, a prompt is nothing but a set of instructions you in your natural language you give to the chat GPT, to the AI system, that listen, I want you to do this task, KYC is important, blah blah blah, this is how you do it, this is the client profile, etc. Okay, so you this whole set of what she narrated right now is called prompt. Okay, now what we need to do to learn chat gpt is learn how to prompt, learn how to give instructions to the computer, to chat gpt, to any other AI tool that you are using. Okay, now there is a structure, there is a method on how you actually go ahead and instruct the computer. Okay, so in the next slide I will show you that method. I will explain how to use that method with a live use case at the end of the workshop, right? So on the screen, you will see, instead of instructions divided into 5 or 6 parts. Okay, let's go one by one. Okay, the first part of these instructions from this prompt that you have to give to ChatGPT is defining a role for the computer. Okay, so in the video that we saw at the start of the session. Okay, let me ask you that if you had access to Raja Babu. Okay. What, Vipul sir, I'll cover that. Don't worry. If you had access to Raja Babu, okay, you had to write a will, which one of the versions of Raja Babu will you pick from that scene? I'll just advocate. Okay. You will of course go to the advocate version. Okay, so imagine you have access to every expert in this world. You don't have to pay salary. Okay, they will not ask for money. And now tell me that you want to write a will. Whom will you go to? You have everyone's phone number, everyone will do your job, no questions asked, no money. Now tell me that who will you go to if you want to write a will? Be very specific. Very good, Nikhil sir. Very good. I think you you're paying superb attention. So you will go to the best lawyer in the country who can help me draft a will, right? So similarly, the first part of the giving instructions to the chat GPT is you type the role that act like, in this example, I want a weight loss program. So I've written that act like a fitness expert. Now, since the presentation slide is small, I could not fit like a longer prompt, but I'll tell you how I would write in real life. Okay. So I would write act like a fitness expert who has 20 years of experience in creating weight loss programs for corporate working professionals who have very limited time to exercise. Okay, so see how I have defined the prompt. in assuming that who is the best person on this planet to do the job that I want to get done. Okay. So that first part is called the role. The second part is the task, which is like in this case, I want a 3 week weight loss program. In our segmenting case, let's say you want an email copy to send to all your clients who have not increased their SIP amount for the last 1 year. Okay. So if you decide the task, then just ask yourself that to make give me a weight loss program, who is the best person on this planet to do it? Okay, that will become your role. All right. So first part is role. Second part is the task. The third and the most important part of the prompt is called context. Context is, remember the parrot slide. The parrot doesn't know anything. It can only give you answers. It doesn't know who you are, who I am, who are your clients. It has no idea why you want to write an email. Okay, it has no idea that why did you call this expert to your office, which is your fitness expert. Okay, so in this case I am giving my fitness expert full background. Listen, I'm 80 kgs right now. Okay, I want to reduce 10 kgs, get me to 70 kgs. I can only exercise 2 days a week. All right. Now, again, I will just expand the context part, because again, I've written in very small text because of the limitation of the slides length. But I would write that I'm a male living in Bombay. My age is 34 years old. I'm 80 kgs right now. And my target is to get to 70 kgs. My office hours are 9 to 10, 5 days, 6 days a week. I can only exercise 2 days a week for maybe 20 minutes, not more. I'm a vegetarian. My height is 5 feet 10 inches, and I'm allergic to milk and milk products. Okay. So I will give all these information to my the fitness expert that is come, right? That is called context. So you called the fitness expert, you told him what you want to get done. And in the third part, you give this fitness expert all the pieces of information that are required to do the task. The last two parts are very easy. It's format and tone. Format is basically you want a PDF, PPT in an Excel sheet, etc. So you just define the format. And tone is what language you want. You want it in Hindi, you want it in Tamil, you want to write an email and write a shairi on SIP top up like Gulzar would write. ChatGPT will do it for you. Okay. You want to do a illustration and show a calculation on how SIP top up will help. ChatGPT will do it. So any tonality format you want, it can do it. Okay. Just to quickly revise, role is someone that who is the best person on this planet to do this task I want to do. Just define it. Then write your task down as a second step. As the third step, write the whole history, geography detail of the task you want to get done. History, geography details of yourself, of your client, etc. etc. All right. You can take a screenshot of this table, which is basically the same thing, but I've put it in a table format for you to understand that what is an example of task, what is an example of context. Okay. We'll shortly get into live workshop and live prompting, and I will show you the results, right? Now there are three methods to use ChatGPT. In the example that me and Yogita role played, she gave me a brief set of instructions in one shot because she had to leave for a meeting. Okay. But if she had time, she would day one give me some training, then give me some homework. Day two, maybe give me two calls, take me on two calls, show how she did KYC revalidation of the clients, what did she speak. Maybe day fifth, she would give me a list of clients and say, now you have taken enough training. Why don't you start? And if you are stuck somewhere, come back to me, ask me questions. I'm always here for you, right? So that is called zero shot prompt, where you give all set of instructions in one go. The second is chain of prompts, where she, in our example, let's say she gives me instructions one by one, takes 15 days to train. Okay. So first she tells me that you will be in the operations team. Why don't you just read about this? I have an operations manual. Why don't you read about this? Okay. And then slowly, she trains me to do that particular task. The third part is creating a GPT, basically creating a robot. I will show you everything in the workshop. So don't get worried if you don't understand this in the live demo. The third part is creating a GPT. Basically, you just create a bot for some activities that you really need to do regularly, like writing emails, making a financial plan, etc., etc. Okay. So now let's get into and this is some standard slide that I do. If you think that DSP added value to you today, please share your love back in terms of market share. That's the language we understand. But anyway, let's get into the live demo. Okay, I will open my chat GPT and I will show you what can you do or how can you actually use this prompt. Okay. Uh, if anyone can confirm my screen is visible. Yogita, is my screen visible, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I will type a prompt here, okay? Now what I'll do is connecting back to the segmenting session where we will pick up the first segment that I want to write a email and a SMS or a campaign to all my clients who have not increased their SIP amount for the last 1 year. Let me write an email, WhatsApp, create an image for them, okay? So I will come to ChatGPT and I will start typing the prompt based on how we learned. Okay. So first thing was the role. So I will write, okay. So this first part is the role. I've just defined that, act like a financial copywriting expert who has 20 years of experience in mutual fund industry. You are expert at writing, explaining difficult mutual fund products in a easy to understand language. Okay, this is the role. Then I will move to the second part, which was the task. So the task is write one email and one for my clients. Okay, so this is the task. Okay, just taking one moment to stop and just do a quick check. Is everyone comprehending? Everyone is understanding what we are doing right now? The prompt structure. Okay, super. Okay, I'll continue. So second, I've written a task. Third is the context. Now see how I write context, which is very, very important. So your complaints of we get generic response, मजा नहीं आ रहा है, the response is very average, ऐसा बहुत कुछ काम के लायक नहीं है. So that will change now. Okay. So I'm writing context is giving full background. Okay. So this is the context that I've written, okay? If I had an Excel sheet right now of the clients, I would have probably attached the Excel sheet. Okay. Of course, remove all the client personal data, but like current amount, their date of birth, etc., to kind of even get more customized, answers. But I've told them about my clients. They are male, they are 35 plus, they are salaried professional. This is their segment. Who am I? Why am I writing to them? What do I want to get them done? Okay. Now, like Yogita also said that, she'll ask me whether I understood or any questions. I will go back to ChatGPT and tell him that ask me, okay. Before that, the formatted tone is left, okay. So I will leave the format blank because we want an email copy. Tone is write email and WhatsApp using cricket analogies, okay. Clients are cricket fans and recent IPL will be useful. Okay. So I've given it a small instructions on tone. Then I will say, ask me 5 questions before you generate a response. So I'm making sure that I'm telling him that don't just rush into giving me an answer. Okay. Ask me 5 questions. Understand the task first and then generate. I will go ahead. Yogita also said that if you don't do this, after 1 year, can I replace you? Okay. So instead of that, what I'll do is I'll find the chat GPT. I'll find this chat if it gives generic response. So I'll say if you Okay, so I find the system. I have asked him to give me 5 questions. Okay. So we covered the role, we wrote the task, we gave good context, we set some tone, we asked ChatGPT to ask me questions and also gave him a virtual fine. Okay. So now it is asking me questions. What is the current SIP detail? Okay. It varies for each client. I want to recommend. Okay, I've said I want to recommend you 25% from their base amount. Okay, but you can take an example of second. It is asking me what is the investment goal. So I'll just write retirement. This is the retirement. Tone preference. Do you want a gentle nudge? Here's why you should do it now, or more urgent, urgent using. Cricket analogy, yes. Third, call to action, ask these clients to drop a. Okay, I've answered the question. Now let's see the response. Email is ready. WhatsApp is also ready. Okay, not necessarily you write this response. Ideally, you go, you can say, I didn't like this response, change this, saying that the tone is too professional, reduce the tone, make it more urgent. So you can chat with the this bot like you and I can chat. Okay. I told him, let's create one more follow WhatsApp broadcast, but this time write a shairi like on SIP increase like Gulzar. Let's try fun way. Okay. I just tried. I don't know. तो शायरी भी लिख दिया। जिंदगी के मैच में अभी जो रन है वो रिटायरमेंट का स्कोर थोड़ा कम है। SIP में 15% एक छोटा सा बूस्ट, हर महीने 5,000 बढ़ाओ, हो जाएगा फुल ट्रस्ट। सो इट इज सेंसिबल, इट कैन राइट कॉपीज। ओके, लेट्स गो एट क्रिएट। I'm on my hotspot, so it might take little time. Office Wi-Fi is down somehow today. So meanwhile, this is getting generated. I will show you, how all I use ChatGPT to do different things, right? So I use it to generate Excel formulas. I've trained this bot to think like a brand, and then he writes copies for me like he if he was the brand. I use one chat to only create image. I use this chat to just rewrite emails. Okay. If I want to rewrite something, I can just copy paste it here. Okay. So see, this is some email that I created for my internal update. I just copy pasted it here and it automatically rewrites into a nice table every format. Okay. So I can keep using it one chat for one specific activity that I want to do. Okay, where did the chat go? One second. Here. So it has created an image. Okay. So I'll say that don't. Lakshman sir, if you use free version, there will be limitation. I would recommend it's just 2,500 rupees a month. It is very useful for our business. Okay. Yes, Kashif sir, we can make presentations. I will show you a demo right now. Okay, you will have to use a combination of two tools, but let's just understand that what all you can do. You don't have to stop after the prompt, you get a response. You keep chatting with it, keep fine tuning it, keep changing, and fine tune this chat. Now, once in one chat, if you give context, you don't nearly repeatedly tell him who you are. Now, if this chat knows that I'm Chirag Joshi, blah blah blah. You just need to give context, you just need to give a task and tone every time uh, you know you want to get a task done. So this has created a nice image. Now let's go ahead and let's do that. I will create a 10-slide presentation in flat 3 minutes. Okay, now again, this is a workshop environment, so I'm showing you things little fast. But when you practice it, take time to create the presentation. Go slide by slide. Use the chain of prompts, one slide at a time. Discuss what can we do best in this slide, what topic to add in this slide. Once you close the content, then move to the next task. So here I will do it together in the interest of time. So let's create a 10. Okay, I'll just, let's say I'll do a 6 slide. Okay. So I've made content in ChatGPT. Okay. I will go to a tool called Gamma.ai. Gamma.ai is a 500 rupee per month tool. It is text to presentation. Okay. So you see the capability of this tool. Maybe when we do the next workshop, we will only focus on creating presentations. But today's importance is to learn ChatGPT. Hence, I want to show you the width, I want to show you the potential of this platform, okay, and how it can help you become a better marketer, become a better advisor, right? So I have just pasted the content that I generated in ChatGPT here, okay, right? For okay, and let's try and create this, okay. I will take a colorful format, this one, okay. If you see, it is 3 minutes. Okay. So that's all about ChatGPT. Remember that you have to practice it to get to this stage. Practice prompting, practice creating images, practice writing copies, changing them, iterating them, practice creating Excel formulas, writing code, things that you are not comfortable with. So practice those things. Now imagine what if you spent half a day to create a IIP presentation or create a presentation on retirement planning. You go step by step, you download 10 examples from online available resources, see how people are teaching about retirement, create your own slide by slide instructions, then use ChatGPT to create content on these 10 slides. It is very powerful. This workshop, I think we would have done with roughly 3,000 partners in the last 1 year. Overall, we have done marketing workshops with almost 10,000 partners in the last 1 year, from March to March. And people have been using it. They are sharing examples that they create. So I hope that everyone finds value in these two activities that we did today, two workshops that we did. I know we've taken a little more time, but quickly to summarize: segmentation, existing clients, business from existing clients, create buckets, make a calendar, send them marketing, customized communication, use ChatGPT to for customized communication. For ChatGPT, remember how to prompt. It's almost like a human. Who's the best person to do this task? What is the task? Give me all the information about this task. Give me how to write, what to write. Find me, ask ChatGPT to ask me questions, and you get a superb response. So we can take questions. I hope that you found value in what we've done today. I have a PDF cheat sheet, Yogit. I will share it with you on WhatsApp. Maybe we can share it with clients. It has some sample prompts and some basic revision of what we did today.
Definitely. Thank you, Chirag ji, for your valuable insights. And आज हमें ये दो टॉपिक्स के बारे में काफी क्लैरिटी मिली है. So we can see a few questions. जो पहले questions थे, is this a paid version or normal chat GPT?
This is a paid version. You can use Copilot, you can use Gemini. Everywhere the format is same. The method is same. The thought process is same. That I'm considering the tool as an human, and then I'm briefing him as detailed as possible.
Great. So all the partners asking, we will upload this video along with the notes Mr. Chirag will share with all of you. We'll upload the video on Channel Plus. So don't worry about it. You can watch it again and again and learn more about it.
PDF will share. Also, thank you for the lovely feedback that we've got. I don't know, I didn't make a rating slide, I forgot. But if you had to rate this session out of 5, please put it in chat. How would you rate this session? And we have a lot of workshops like this on marketing, which are very practical. These are not from textbooks. I have not taken a ChatGPT course and I'm reproducing here. I have not taken a segmentation course and I'm reproducing here. This is my experience. This is what we do at DSP. The same ChatGPT workshop, Yogita, we have taken for our ops team, for our sales team. So our internal employees are also getting trained on the same content, and I do those internal workshops. You can go and check on DSP's LinkedIn website. We did it with operations team. Everybody uses it. So it's very useful. It is must to use 15 days, 15 minutes a day.
Great. Thank you so much. Looking forward to many more valuable sessions from you. Thank you so much, partners, for logging in and bearing with us even for a little longer session, but we hope it was beneficial for you. So, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Chiragji.
Thank you, Yogita. Looking forward to do this once again with you guys. Thank you.